Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. Today I'm sharing the cards I made using Echo Park's Have Faith 6x6 paper pad. This is an older collection from 2018, and recently my church requested some welcome, congratulations, thinking of you cards, so I thought this paper collection would be perfect. Now, I did not record the process of assembling any of these cards. This was the first set of cards I made after my recent glaucoma surgery. And I wasn't even going to do a video. I was just going to do a blog post and share all the cards there. But I thought it would be fun to just show the cards and explain the products I used in case anyone is interested. Now, I don't think this paper collection is available any longer. If I can find a link, I will add it in the description box below. For my first set of cards, I used a sketch from Queen & Company. They designed their card sketches to work with their foundation die sets, and currently they have 10 different sets plus a holiday set, which is really fun. I used an assortment of their foundation die sets. Many of them are from their newest, number 10, but I also brought in pieces from their older sets. The sentiment is from a Doodlebug stamp set called All Occasion. It was the only set I could find with the word welcome that didn't also have welcome baby with it. So I decided I would use that one. And then to add that little extra sparkle and shine, I used some Love from Lizi peel-offs. And those are those skinny, shiny strips that are along the side and also the mini circles. I wanted to keep the cards nice and flat so my church didn't have to pay anything extra to mail them. So moving on to the next set of cards, I'm using another Queen & Company sketch, and this one is also designed to go with their newest foundation die set number 10. And I will have links provided in the description box if you want to check out Queen & Company's foundation dies. I love them and use them all the time. For this set of cards, I also used that same Doodlebug stamp set, this time with the word congrats. This sketch is perfect for combining a couple pattern papers, and I also used a tone-on-tone or muted pattern paper for the background, added a couple of Love from Lizi peel-offs on the bottom of the card, and some of the mini star peel-offs for embellishments. I made a total of 4 cards. The floral paper on black is my favorite pattern paper in this whole pack. I love the pink and teals together. For my next set of cards, I didn't use a card sketch. The design was inspired by a card by Mary Ann Maldonado. Hopefully I pronounced her name correctly. She's on Queen & Company's design team. For this card, I used several dies from foundation die set number 10, and the cross is from a set by Reverse Confetti. I cut it out with some gold satin mirror paper for that extra shine. So for this first set, I made 3 different cards. I have 2 different pattern papers for the paper on the left side. A few of them have vases filled with flowers and a bunch of faith words. And then for this set, I have 4 different cards. Use some gingham paper and some floral paper. The background paper is some off-white shimmer paper that I purchased on Amazon. And then for embellishments, I used some more of the mini circle peel-offs by Love from Lizi. I'm still keeping the cards nice and flat, but I'm bringing in those specialty papers to add a little extra detail to the cards. For the next set of cards, I'm not using a card sketch either, although it is a design I've used quite a bit. Pretty sure I've seen it on some card sketches. I have a few more of the foundation dies. Few different sets. I added some peel-off stickers in that lower right-hand corner and a couple on the banner in the upper left-hand corner. For the pattern paper on the outside edge, I didn't use a full sheet. I just cut about an inch, maybe a 3/4 inch wide strip, glued them onto the cardstock, and then I just filled in that gap with some scrap cardstock so everything would be at the same level. And for the other cards, I made a total of 4. I used a sentiment from Altenew's Inked Lotus stamp set. I love these sentiments on this set. So I have a total of 7 cards using this same design. Just have a few with the welcome and 4 with the thinking of you. I added that thin strip of cardstock behind the sentiment just to anchor it and add a little extra detail, and it also draws your eye toward that sentiment. For the next card, I used another Queen & Company sketch, and I only made one card. I think at this point I was running out of pattern paper, at least the full sheets. I used several different pattern papers on the card, trying to balance out the busy and those tone-on-tone designs. Even though I didn't show it on the previous cards, I am adding that thin scrap of pattern paper to the inside of the card, and then I also have a custom stamp that I put on the back of my cards. Brought in some Love from Lizi peel-offs, put 2 strips at the bottom of the card, and then for embellishments used more of those mini circle peel-offs. And the hello sentiment on that last card is by Paper Rose. For the next set of cards, I didn't use a card sketch. I used one of Queen & Company's foundation dies and cut all these banners in different pattern papers and then stacked them together. I used a stitched strip die on the left and also a scallop border die by Pretty Pink Posh underneath that strip die. The sentiment is from a Love from Lizi stamp set. And for embellishments, I used some more of the mini circle peel-offs by Love from Lizi. I made a total of 3 cards using this design. And if you are interested in specific products, I do list all of them on my blog underneath each card picture. There's a link provided in the description box below for my blog, or you can simply head over to KristieMarcotte.com. For my final set of cards, I brought in a very favorite sketch. This is OWH sketch number 154. This is a great sketch for finishing off a paper pad. The rounded squares and the flower dies are all from Queen & Company. The sentiment is a stamp from an MFT set. Not sure if that one's available. I use a stitched quilt die for the background, and that's by Honeybee Stamps. I put a couple of Love from Lizi peel-off strips around the sentiment and also brought in some of the mini circle gold peel-offs. One for the center of the flower and 2 around the sentiment. It's so fun that the largest circle peel-off fits perfectly inside this flower. It's like they were designed to go together, but it's 2 different companies. So I made a total of 4 cards using that design. And here are all the leftover pattern paper scraps, just a few more pieces. I've already put them in my scrap box of the year, planning on making a couple cards, at least a couple cards, using what's left over from all the paper pads I used this year. I ended up making a total of 29 cards. I did not keep track of how much cardstock I used, so I can't really tell you. And it took me several days to work on these cards since I was doing it while recovering from my recent glaucoma surgery. It really is a beautiful paper collection by Echo Park. And it feels great to use up one of those older paper packs that's been hanging out in my craft room since I tend to buy paper collections faster than I can use them. If the products are still available and I can find a link, I will provide them in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.